did he?
Why are we here?
My name's Dan Murray.
I know. It's been a long night,
I'm
Dan.
with Bob Everett,
Wait,
and
where?
thank you for your time. And I'm from Lowell, New York.
Okay. Hush, let him go.
There are 2 points I'd like to touch on. And the first is the setbacks in your proposed law. There's no justification provided for a setback of 5 times the total height of a WEX from non-participating property lines, public roads, wind overlay boundary, APA boundary, and non-WEX building, farm, or commercial structure, or any above-ground utilities. This would equate to a 2,500-foot setback for a WEX of maximum allowable height of 500 feet as proposed for the Northridge Wind Farm. This is well beyond the limits established in other towns in New York with operating wind farms. It appears the proposed setback is based on a calculation presented by a WAB member at the November 28, 2016 WAB meeting. However, that calculation originated from the Convert-A-Lot website, which included qualifying text noting the calculation is theoretical and assumes no atmosphere. Thus, the calculation ignores real-world variables such as aerodynamic drag, ice mass and shape, blade position, position of ice fragment, mass rotation during flight, and wind speed and wind direction. The WAB also failed to consider resulting reduced rotor RPM, wind plant operational protocols, historical operational experience, the many scientific journals and peer-reviewed reports, specific to turbine blade ice throw, and its complexity and a risk probability of occurrence assessment, prudent, and any safety analysis. The second point I'd like to touch on is the Maple Ridge Wind Farm, which everyone knows is in Lewis County. That's where I'm from. And at the May 3rd, 2017, Hopkinton WAB meeting, a CCRP member stated that he went to the Maple Ridge Wind Farm, found someone that had health problems, left their home, and started feeling better. What he failed to mention was that this family had no problem purchasing this farm with turbines all around it for over market price. The house had been empty for nearly 15 years with a leaky roof and water running through the basement. Imagine the possibility of black mold, rodent feces, along with the fact that they had a house fire last winter after moving in. Is it any wonder this person may have felt better after moving out? None of these important points were mentioned by the speaker. Hinting that Maple Ridge turbines had anything to do with this person leaving her home is nonsense. But it does show you that leaving out a few relevant facts can change how a story is perceived. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. 3 minutes. Very good. He has it? Okay. Go ahead. Sorry, sir.
My name is Carl Drucker. I live in 11 Beaver in Hopkinton. I'm going to address this to the board specifically. I was a career firefighter down in Connecticut for 29 years. And I was involved in negotiations with contracts in that time, more or less, throughout that time. And when we first started, we dealt with people like you in the town board. And we had good contracts and everybody was happy. Then they decided to bring in lawyers. And these lawyers don't care about what's going on between you or us. They get paid no matter what happens either way. They come in, they make their money, they go home, they sleep good at night, and we're left holding the bag. You have to make sure that you represent everybody that lives in this community to the best of your ability and don't get swindled or screwed by these people who care less about you than the dollar that they're going to put in their pocket.
Thank you. Okay, I think that we can, yes, sir, you haven't said anything.
Yes, thank you. Just following on to that statement. My name is Charles Prescott. I have a camp at Lake Adonia. I'm a second generation owner of that camp. My roots are in Potsdam and in the North Country. If you want to keep this company honest, keep it tied to you financially. Now, this is a famous company. It has put up and let go and released to the wild lots and lots of its towers all through Europe. There was a flight I took a few years ago from capital of Portugal. I was flying from Portugal to London. We got up to altitude flying over the coast and for literally 45 minutes to an hour along the head of the country overlooking the Atlantic Ocean, tower after tower after tower after tower. I stopped counting at around 400. Half of them, some number of them, are reported to have been abandoned. That shouldn't happen. If someone is going to build, if you're going to let somebody build a great big piece of metal in your community, make sure that they pay you for the right to do that. And they also put money in the trust fund, which you control, that will rip that down when it's abandoned. And perhaps make it a little bit bigger. You do have citizens who actually are injured by the presence of these towers. And there should be a medical fund. There's a lot of ununderstood, uncontrolled science involving these things, like there is with any generator of electricity. But you owe it to yourselves to insure yourselves with their money against the risks that appear in the future.
Thank you. Okay, sir?
Brandon Baldwin from Parrishville. I heard you mention bids earlier. Normally when there's a business transaction, there's more than one bid. It sounds like there's only Iberdola here. Why couldn't we look at other bids such as solar panels from PPAPs?
This doesn't bid. Okay, I think we can end the public hearing now. The motion to adjourn. Greg made the motion to adjourn the public hearing. Second. Gilbert seconds. All in favor? Okay, let's move on to our regular meeting. Thank you everyone for attending, and I have